Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It
Good
was a
morning.
wonderful conference.
Yeah, it is actually indeed. So we welcome to you on this global stage on Win Ideas Pro Summits Virtual Summit 2024 on International Women's Day. Hope you will rock the stage, and my co-host Melinda will be introducing you today. So,
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm delighted to introduce our speaker, Julie Diane, a true beacon of positive change and transformation. Julie is a certified dream builder coach and life transformation illumination guide. Julie brings a wealth of knowledge and skills, adapting the best practices in health, meditation, and breathwork for the benefit of children. Her commitment to teaching mindfulness, expressed in her powerful TEDx talk titled The Number One Tool Every School Needs to Teach and Every Child Needs to Know, highlights the significance of integrating meditation into children's daily lives. Julie has also authored a children's book, Which Would You Choose? Inspired by her meditative experiences. Through relatable scenarios, she guides children in developing emotional intelligence, emphasizing the impact of choosing positive thoughts on life outcomes. Julie's dedication to bringing these transformative practices into classrooms is truly commendable, making her a trailblazer in the field of mindful education. So get ready to be inspired as Julie Diane shares her wisdom on empowering young minds and fostering resilience. So please join me in welcoming Julie Diane to the stage.
we welcome you. All the very best.
Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much. Thank you so much. Pleased to be here. I have a dream. We all know this iconic quote spoken by Martin Luther King Jr. in his famous 1963 speech. But how did he go from this idea of what if to delivering an electrifying speech that would inspire generations, creating a legacy of dreamers that continues still today, more than 60 years later? What if, as our children are growing up and they boldly announce their dreams, instead of just smiling fondly and saying, "That's nice, sweetie," instead we stoke those dreams and begin to guide and model for our children the actual success steps based upon a proven, reliable, repeatable system, a blueprint for successfully achieving goals and dreams. Language is powerful. Allow me to demonstrate with a little story. A mother mouse was creeping through the house, leading her 3 babies, and as they rounded a corner, they froze, because there, across the room, was a cat. They locked eyes, and the cat slowly began moving towards them, baring its sharp teeth, preparing to pounce. And the mother mouse, frantic to protect her babies, she backed up, she raised up on her hind legs, put her little forepaws up high in the air, and then, in a voice as loudly as she could muster, she said, "Ruff, ruff," and it startled the cat, who got scared and ran off. And then the mother turned to her babies and she said, "Now, children, let that be a lesson to you. Never underestimate the power of learning more than one language." And I love sharing this cute little story because it so adeptly illustrates this very important point. We can all learn more than one language. And today we are exploring the language of success. Now, this is a language that is required for creating results that you want in your life. And once we consciously understand this language, we can apply it to any area of life that we seek to improve. And we are exploring not just the language, but a system of success that has been developed over the past 40 years, used by hundreds of thousands of people to achieve their goals and dreams. It's a system I believe in wholeheartedly, so much so that I became a trained and certified life transformation coach. And folks, there is an actual formula for successfully creating goals and dreams that you truly love, and that's what we're here today to explore, so let's dive in. By the end of this talk, you'll walk away with 3 tools to help you achieve your goals and dreams, gain greater clarity on what those goals and dreams are, and feeling more confident in your ability to achieve your dreams. Are you up for that? Awesome. Let's start by taking a poll. Who here has a goal you'd like to achieve, or some area of your life that you'd love to see improvement in? That's everyone, right? I mean, if you're alive, you have desires and you have stuff, discontents. Now think of a goal that you had in the past that when you first had it, you had no idea how in the world you were ever going to achieve that goal, but you did it anyway. See, that just goes to show we are capable of more than we know, and not knowing how you were going to achieve it didn't stop you. And that proves that you are capable of far more than you realize. You see, our goals and dreams are born often out of some challenge we face or some pain we experience. And as we just noted, everyone has desires and discontents. This is normal and this is good because our desires and discontents are actually catalysts for growth within us. So whether it's the pain of a problem or a burning desire for something new, these 2 energies are actually essential for creating new results in our lives. There was a time in my life when I had it all. The great house, the great job, the husband, relatively good health, a pet, all the things, right, that from the outside, it looked like I had the perfect life. There was just one problem. I was miserable. Oh, I looked happy, but on the inside in my heart, my soul was dying. I had a comfortable job. It didn't light me up. And my marriage was in shambles. We had tried marriage counseling, but after finding out that he had had not 1, but 2 affairs, the pain of betrayal was just too deep, and I just knew deep in my heart I could never trust him again. And if I stayed in that relationship, my soul would just wither and die. Still, it took me almost a year before I finally applied for a new job, and one that would require me to move far away from anyone I'd ever known. Plus, the application process would take months, and it wasn't a guarantee. And during that entire time, I still had not decided what to do about the marriage. So when that job offer finally did come through, I said yes. I decided to change my life and committed to doing whatever it took. So I accepted the job and I decided to end my marriage. And both of these decisions scared the heck out of me. I'm sure you've had to make some pretty scary decisions in your life. But my, oh my, once I made that decision, once I decided, whew, it was like a force all around me, just propelling me forward, propelling me towards the courthouse. There was this little voice in my head that just kept saying, file now, file now. I literally felt compelled to file for divorce. Compelled, that is, by my own soul. It was scary. It was totally uncomfortable, certainly unfamiliar. I admit, a little bit exciting too. But thank goodness I made that decision to change my life, to step into the unknown toward a new vision for what I wanted my life to look and feel like. Now I have the most amazing daughter ever. She even helped me write and self-publish a year ago this month my very first children's book. Which would you choose? And I discovered my mission, getting meditation taught in schools, and delivered a TEDx talk on this very topic, the #1 tool every school needs to teach and every child needs to know. And I love what I do now. As a life dream builder transformation coach, I love guiding and inspiring people to live better lives and thrive by sharing the same brave thinking tools that you're learning here today that have helped hundreds of thousands of people achieve their goals and dreams. Wouldn't you like to be a part of that? I was definitely pushed by pain back at that time in my life, but what truly gave me the courage to step forward into the unknown was my dream, my vision, calling me, coaxing me, teasing me to take just one step, and then another, until one day here I am, living my dream and having new dreams I seek to achieve all the time. If you're thinking, I don't have a dream, or I don't know what my dream is, I promise you it's there. You have only to connect with it. And there's a process to discovering your dreams that I take my clients through. But for now, you can start by asking yourself this brave thinking question. What would I love? Now, most people go through life just taking things as they come, reacting to whatever pops up. It always makes me think of Mr. Incredible in the second Incredibles movie when he says, how does he do it? I'm rolling with the punches, baby. And rolling with the punches is what we call living life by default. Not a whole lot of conscious planning there. Actually, most people spend more time organizing a weekend getaway than they invest in planning a life they would love living. On the other hand, highly successful people create their lives by design. This means they set a clear intention for what they would love and they go for it, and they go for it, and they go for it, one goal after another, because they are consciously creating what they want in their lives. So, how do we consciously create? There are 4 domains in which we create results in our lives, and these are health and well-being, love and relationships, our vocation, how we share our gifts in the world, and time and money freedom. Now, you might love the results that you're getting in one or another domain of your life, but be less than enthusiastic about the other domains. You might feel so-so about all 4 domains, or worse, you may be dissatisfied in all 4 quadrants of your life. The good news is, now that you are here and you are shedding your light of awareness in each of these 4 domains, you absolutely do have the power within you from this moment forward to create the exact results that you would love to have in your life in all 4 domains. The results that you're currently getting are simply a perfect reflection of your level of awareness in each of these domains. So, let's expand our awareness together by studying the pattern that creates results in our lives. We call this the results formula. And the results formula goes like this. Everything is created twice, right? First in the mind, then in reality. The chair you're sitting in, the clothes that you're wearing, the building that you're in, it was all first someone's thought before it was made manifest into physical representation in reality. So our thoughts are energy. Our thoughts produce feelings in our body, and these feelings, when we label them, we call them emotions. So they are literally our thought energy in motion, E plus motion, energy in motion in the body, that must then be expressed out through the body with our actions. And our actions, of course, create our results. So, to change anything out there, we must first start in here by changing our thoughts. Change your inner world, you change your outer world. You know this. When you think a joyful thought, you can do this now. Think of something that makes you laugh, makes you smile. You feel that in your body simply by thinking the thought. And when we feel happier, we tend to make better choices about the actions that we take. So we choose to take better actions than we would if we were feeling frustrated, down, or sad. So if our thoughts produce feelings, and the feelings we label as emotions, energy and motion, and these emotions prompt our actions, it is our actions that cause our results in our reality. Now, most people think it's the other way around. They look at their circumstances, situations, conditions, and call those their causes, whereas the true cause of all results is right here, our thoughts. The point is this. If you want to know what you've been thinking, you have only to look at your results. Energy flows where focus goes. And important to note, the mind doesn't really distinguish between negative and positive. It simply brings you more of whatever you focused on. So, for example, instead of saying, I don't want to be late, which focuses the mind on late, you would say, I'm focused on arriving on time, because that focuses your mind on being on time. So, to create new results in our lives, we have to notice what we are noticing. We pay attention to our thoughts, and we notice where our focus is. So let's do a little experiment. Now, I would like to invite all of you to just pause for a moment, maybe close your eyes, and just take a deep breath. And notice your feet in your shoes pressing against the ground. And notice the feel of your clothing against your skin. And now notice how you have this ability to notice these things, to notice these specific things and bring your awareness to each thing. You can do the same thing with your thoughts. You can notice what you're noticing, what you're thinking, and you can notice how what you are thinking affects how you are feeling. Let us now apply these two concepts, the results formula, and notice what you're noticing, to your life. In my workshops, I invite people to grab a pen and paper. So if you like, you can do that now or just use your phone or other device. And let's do a quick life assessment, starting with this overarching question. Are you a person who doesn't know what your dream is? You just know there's something more. Or are you someone who has lots of dreams, but you don't know whether to choose one or create them all at once? So just make a note of which one feels true for you. And now let's consider for a moment the results that you're currently experiencing in each of the 4 domains of your life. And what we're going to do is you're going to rate how fulfilled you are in each of these domains on a scale of 1 to 5, with a 1 being not fulfilled at all, and a 5 being you're completely fulfilled. We'll start with health and well-being. So again, on a scale of 1 to 5, you're going to rate a 1 not fulfilled, a 5 totally fulfilled. In your health and well-being, perhaps you feel stuck in your ability to transform your health, or perhaps you're in relatively good health, but it could be better. And next, the love and relationships quadrant. Perhaps you're someone who might be longing for that deep, beautiful, fun, passionate relationship with the love of your life. Or perhaps you would simply love to expand, deepen, and enjoy more fun in your current relationship. And now for vocation. And we're talking here about how you express your gifts in the world, your creative expression. You might be a person who feels stuck in a job you don't like. Or perhaps you like your work, but you work too many hours and you would just love to have more time freedom. And now, the final quadrant, my favorite, time and money freedom. I mean, who doesn't want more time or more money for that matter? You might feel out of balance, like you have more time than money or more money than time, but either way, you would just love to feel more in harmony. So now, I invite you to reflect upon the scores that you gave yourself in each of these 4 domains, and pay close attention to your thoughts around those results. Without judgment or blame, your responses are neither right or wrong, good or bad. They simply are. But now that you are noticing what you would love more of or less of, you can apply this process that we're about to go through to create improvement in each one of these 4 domains. But for now, just pick one. Could be the one that you gave yourself the lowest rating in, and you'll focus your awareness in that domain. And note, a cost in one area of your life could lead to a cost in another area of your life. And the opposite is also true. An improvement in one area of your life often leads to improvements in other areas of your life. So this brings us to the first key to mastering your results and living an extraordinary life. Excuse me. And that is designing your dream. Think of it like this. When you want to build a house, you draft a clear blueprint. And the same goes for your dream. When you would love different results in your life, you have to plan for them. And just like with building a house, without a clearly defined blueprint, you cannot do it. You cannot build your dream. Here's another analogy. Take an archer. When you're aiming your bow and arrow, if you can't see the target, what are your chances of hitting it? Next to nothing, right? How about you're aiming your bow and arrow and you know the general direction, but you can't really see it, it's fuzzy? Again, you're much more likely to miss. But imagine if you could see that target with crystal clarity, like envisioning your dream, your chances of hitting it would skyrocket. And then what if you had a laser sight and you could line up that red dot right in the center of the target? You think then you'd hit it? Precisely. And the point is this: clarity is power. Clarity is power. And becoming clear on your goal or dream sends a clear signal to your brain on what matters most to you. Therefore, your mind becomes attuned to focusing on noticing those opportunities and resources that match what you've told your mind is important to you. Things that you might otherwise have totally missed had you not decided for that goal or dream. Actually, this is why things sometimes seem to appear out of the blue, like when you're shopping for a car and you start seeing that same make and model just popping up everywhere. It's the same principle. Your mind is focusing on what matters to you. So can you see how making a decision amplifies your awareness in that area? So I invite you, when you go home today, to design the blueprint for your dream. Make it crystal clear. Take a few days, a week even, and design your blueprint in each of the 4 domains of your life. Now, to help you get started in turning up your focus as you are writing your blueprint, you can use the #1 tool that has been scientifically proven to instantly calm the body. And that tool is by taking a deep, slow belly breath and then extending your exhalation for longer than your inhalation. So when we take a deep breath and we exhale for longer than we inhale, we send a powerful signal to the mind that we are safe. So this takes us out of the fight or flight stress response mode and into the rest, digest, create parasympathetic nervous system. So let's try this together here in just a second. What we're going to do is we are going to breathe in through the nose, starting from the base of your spine, lower belly, breathing in for a count of 5. We're going to hold it at the top for 2 counts, and then we will exhale through the mouth as if blowing out through a straw, like that with your lips pursed, and exhaling for a count of 7. All right? So let's start. Again, breathing in from the lower belly, base of your spine, through the nose. Breathe in. Hold it. And now exhale through the mouth as if breathing through a straw. And again, breathe in. Hold it. And now exhale. And closing your eyes is really helpful too, because it allows you to bring your awareness into your body, into the present moment, simply by focusing on your breathing. It takes you out of your head and into your heart. And the heart is the center of your soul where your dreams are born. So now that you are connected within to your heart, you can ask yourself this brave thinking question. What would I love? What would I love? What would you love? You ask yourself this and you keep asking. And you'll get a response, maybe a couple things, but something will really light you up. Maybe even seem a bit scary, like you have no idea how in the world you could ever achieve it, but you would love it anyway. That's how you know that's it. That's your dream. So you write out your dream and you write out that blueprint and you make it crystal clear. As Tony Robbins says, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask. When President John F. Kennedy decided that America was going to put a man on the moon, he didn't ask, can we do it? He said, what would it take? And Dr. von Braun's response was, the will to do it. And the same is true for the goals and dreams that you seek to achieve. You might even imagine you have a magic wand. It's 3 years from now. What would you love your life to look like in 3 years if you could wave this magic wand and it all worked out? And warning, definitely suspend any urge to figure out the how. Simply focus on your end goal. And then you put yourself there now. You are 3 years from now. You are living your dream. So you will start writing at the top of the paper of your blueprint. This is important. You write in present tense, imagining that you are there now, 3 years from now, living your dream. So you can start with this important phrase, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then you pour the details into your vision for your dream, making it crystal clear. And when you are finished at the end of your blueprint, I invite you to use this phrase and to end it with this powerful phrase, this or something even greater still. This statement sends a powerful signal that you are choosing to be open and willing to receive this dream or something even greater into your life. And then you celebrate. Congratulations! You have just completed the first step in creating your life by design. So pat yourself on the back. This is the first key to mastering your results. And remember, everything is first a thought. So by designing your vision and taking that thought energy and placing it through the action of writing it down on paper, you have just created the first physical, tangible creation of that thought. And this is a powerful first step in bringing your dream into your reality. And this brings us to the second key for achieving success and living an extraordinary life, deciding for your dream. So in order to master our results, we want to master our ability to make empowered decisions. In fact, it's been proven that highly successful people are willing to decide for what they would love, even in the absence of knowing how to bring it about. When you pull out of your driveway on your way somewhere, you don't know what's going to pop up. If you're going to get all red lights on the way or all green lights, you just know you're committed to reaching your destination, whatever it takes. You calculate your route, you plan for it, you estimate the time it might take, but you don't know for sure. You just know you're going to get there, regardless of what happens. This is key. Just like with President John F. Kennedy, he'd already made the decision. He just needed to know, what's it going to take to bring this dream into reality? So what about your dreams? After designing your blueprint, what happens in the middle between where you are now and where you want to be? No idea how to bring this dream about? Excellent! It's a worthy dream. We refuse to let the unknown stop us, and we still decide to move forward anyway towards our dreams. Not sure what step to take next? Start by asking yourself this brave thinking question. What can I do with what I have from where I am right now? And then you take one step, one small action every day. And you can start by reading your blueprint every day. And this brings us to the third key to achieving success and living an extraordinary life, befriending your fear. What's the first thing that happens when you have that thought of a goal, a dream you would love to achieve, and it feels so exciting, your heart expands, and then what? That little voice in your mind, real soft like, goes, huh, yeah, right, you do that? No way. And then here comes the complaint train. You don't have time. Where are you going to find the money? How are you going to do that? Let's put the brakes on that. These are paradigms, just limiting patterns of thinking designed to keep you safe and in the status quo. But we don't want the status quo no more, not anymore. So you tell your mind and those paradigms, thank you for your concern, but I've already decided. So either bring me good ideas for ways to accomplish this dream or zip it. I'm in the driver's seat and I don't need any backseat drivers. In fact, you can get in the trunk. You refocus your awareness on that part of you that's in love with your dream, and you keep continually refocusing there. Just like how we all learn to walk, great dream builders are willing to fall down. They're willing to fail over and over on the journey to achieving success. It was, about 150 years ago, Thomas Edison, when he was asked how it felt to fail 1,000 times in his attempt to invent the incandescent light bulb, do you know what his response was? I did not fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. Fear and failure are simply part of the journey. So when that voice of doubt questions you, let your response be, bring it on. I might fail, but even so, I will rise up again and I will continue and I will succeed. Energy flows where your focus goes and it grows. Today, you have learned the 3 keys to achieving success and living an extraordinary life. And these are 3 of the 10 key principles in the Dream Builder program that I'm certified to teach and coach. Key number 1, designing your dream. Key number 2, deciding for your dream. And key number 3, befriending your fear. And know this, you are worthy of your dream and of a life you love living. We aren't just here to be alive and survive. We are here to create and thrive. So how many of you have had your minds expanded here today? And imagine how much closer you would get towards achieving your goals and dreams by working together in a powerful way with me guiding and supporting you through all the steps in the Dream Builder program. Yes, you have a dream, and I would be delighted and honored to continue supporting you in service of achieving your goals and dreams and creating a life you truly love. And I want to thank you, all of you, WIN Conferences, ladies, IDIAS, and our sponsors for this summit, for inviting me to the stage here today. And to all of you, thank you, audience, for your time. Namaste. Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry, I'm talking on mute. So thank you, Julie. That was a wonderful speech. Your key 3 points are well taken by our audience. I think there are a lot of accolades here in the chat, and there are a lot of questions as well. I can see them flowing all over. So that was a very intriguing speech. Thank you so much. Since we are over time, I'm not going to the question and answer question. So there are few questions in the chat. If you can answer them, you can reach out. I mean, you can reply to them. So that would be a great honor. So
sure, I can do that.
That's Julie Deanne, a wonderful speech on the self-reflection and stuff. Please do reach out to her, and she'll be answering shortly all your questions that are posted in the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I am, and please reach out because I do offer a free consultation to everyone. So thank you. I'd be delighted.
Please do reach out. Yeah, that's a big offer on this stage. Thank you. So that's Julie Deanne presenting on WIN Ideas Pro Summit's Virtual Summit 20.